The army of rescuers in Türkiye is not giving up. 205 hours after the first quake struck, Ayşegül Bayej was pulled alive from the wreckage of her Morice apartment. Her rescue came just an hour after Muna was saved from under the rubble of her Hatay home. And here rescuers shout, "She's out, she's out," as they bring Amina Akgul out through a tiny tunnel they've dug in the debris. The 26-year-old schoolteacher had been trapped for 201 hours. Many of these rescues have been made possible only by international search and rescue teams.
More than 100 countries offered their support and extended their condolences. I'd like to thank all those brotherly and allied countries. We will never forget this friendship that you have shown to us when we needed it. This earthquake has proved again to everyone that international solidarity is really important.
But there are still so many unaccounted for. In this Morice street, where there's no more hope of finding survivors, the bulldozers have started pulling down what's left of the buildings. Necmettin Demirci has been keeping a vigil near his apartment for news of his missing relatives.
No trace has been found so far. There were 8 people inside and the debris removal has been completed, but nobody found anything. Families went to the hospital to give a DNA test, but we can't get any news, neither dead nor alive.
In the field hospitals, the patient load is decreasing as the rescues slow down. But medics at this facility, set up by the Indian military, say the type of work they're doing is now changing.
There are less patients with the injuries, sufferings from the earthquake. Now more of the patients are coming with the post-traumatic stress disorder, all the shock that they have gone through during the earthquake, and all whatever they have seen. Because of that, patients are having panic attacks. There's a good number of people who are coming as a panic attack.
With so many people still homeless and living outside in freezing conditions, doctors say they're also increasingly treating people for respiratory illnesses and infectious diseases. As the government and international organisations race to build temporary accommodation, Qatar has sent the first of several batches of shipping containers to be turned into emergency shelters. And the European arm of the World Health Organization has mobilised its largest ever deployment of medical teams to a disaster zone.
We are witnessing the worst natural disaster in the WHO European region for a century, and we are still learning about its magnitude. Its true cost is not known yet. Recovering and healing will take time and a phenomenal effort. But I can assure you that the WHO will remain steadfast alongside the people of Turkey and Syria for as long as it takes.
In Syria, there's been a breakthrough of sorts, with the government agreeing to open 2 more border crossings from Türkiye, enabling the United Nations to bring in much-needed aid. A Saudi plane also delivered a food shipment to Aleppo as the UN announced a $397 million humanitarian appeal for Syria and said it was also in the final stages of organising one for Türkiye too.
I have an urgent message to the international community. The human suffering from this epic natural disaster should not be made even worse by man-made obstacles. Access, funding, supplies. Aid must get through from all sides to all sides through all routes without any restrictions. As we speak, an 11-truck convoy is on the move to cross through Bab al-Salam, with many more to come.
In both countries, as the search and rescue operations slowly come to an end, the next phase of this disaster is being tackled. Dangerous buildings are being demolished, but the focus remains on getting food, water, medical supplies and shelter to those left with nowhere to go. Sarah Morice, TRT World.